Yesterday, England took on Serbia in the first game of England's Euro 2024 campaign. And if you didn't see the game, let's just say that I would describe it as boring. But nevertheless, I do think that England had some good takeaways and some not so good takeaways from this performance. One particular inclusion in Gareth Southgate's starting 11 was Trent Alexander-Arnold playing as a center midfielder. Now, if you've seen my most recent video, you would know that this is something that I personally have advocated for. I think Trent is far too good of a footballer to keep on the bench, but at the same time, Kyle Walker is too sound defensively to not start at right back. I do think that it is a good decision to play Trent as that number 8. And Trent wasn't terrible, but he also wasn't great. I think that this was a perfect opportunity against Serbia for Trent to go out and have a great performance and instill confidence in the England fans of him playing this new role. And instead, he kind of was pretty lackluster. One particular mistake he made around the 20-minute mark, he gave the ball up in a costly position. It could have led to a Serbia goal, but it did not. But the mistake he made could have been very, very costly, and a lot of people have said that if Trent plays this role against better teams, that he could get exposed. I do think that if he starts against Denmark in England's next game, he has to have a great performance. Because if he goes out and plays against Denmark like how he did against Serbia, there's going to be no confidence in him at the center of midfield, and it could make Gareth Southgate start to look at other options in the center of midfield if Southgate hasn't done so already. Maybe a more concerning performance, if you're an England fan, in my opinion, came from Phil Foden, who was practically invisible the entire game. I mean, let's be real, man. Phil Foden is a very, very talented footballer, but he just doesn't put up the performances, in my opinion, for England that result in him receiving start after start after start. In comparison, Harry Kane was pretty quiet yesterday, but he got left on for the whole game because there could be a moment that if the ball falls to Harry Kane, he's just going to bury it in the back of the net, and nobody is going to be talking about how quiet he was for the remainder of the 90 minutes. But with Phil Foden playing that left wing position, I do think that there were other options on the bench that Southgate could have brought on, and just to try to get some sort of a spark. Anthony Gordon, you saw Jared Bowen come on. He played very well for Bukayo Saka, who also played well. I just think that with how quiet Foden was, you do have to look down the bench and say, who can I put on here to bring some sort of spark to the game? You have far too much quality sitting on that bench for Foden to just have too easy of a day. And I know for Foden, he probably wants to play at the number 10. That's his more preferred position. But unfortunately for him, the best number 10 in the world is also English. And in my opinion, if England win the Euros, he will be the biggest reason. I'll be entirely honest with you. I don't know if there's an aspect of Jude Bellingham's game which I would say needs improvement. He is good at everything. And just watching him play yesterday, he brought a level of confidence, a level of swagger to the team, which I think is needed, and it was clear with the goal. I mean, that was a great header from him. Chippy, get in, dive for it. It was a beautiful goal. And as I mentioned in my previous video, he has to play that number 10 role. Obviously, you could have him sit deeper if you really needed to, but he offers so much going forward, as displayed yesterday. Man of the match performance. If England win the Euros, Jude Bellingham is going to be the biggest reason why. But please let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What can England improve on? Where are they shining the hardest? And do you agree with the analysis I put in this video? Also, don't forget to like this video as well, subscribe to the channel, and click that little notification bell so you know every time I make a new video. Follow me on Twitter. I put my link right here for you to follow, and it's also down below in the description. Guys, I really appreciate all the support I could be given, and I will see you on my next video. Peace.